I mean, I guess we'll just talk about the elephant in the room. And I know you guys have been talking about it all day. It's the Tennessee Titans. And, we come into this weekend, like just when you thought that Will Compton's haircut was the worst look of the weekend, then the Titans took the field on Sunday night.
and put it all in the rear view.
Right. Yeah. I was like, oh man, I kind of missed the days when Will Compton, we were all looking at Will Compton's new do. But naturally the Tennessee Titans couldn't make it easy on us. Like this is the best Titans team we've seen since 2008. It's the best Titans offense we've seen since 2003. And yeah, like they finally got over that 9-7 curse, but we're still locked in on the final week of the season. Like they couldn't just have one last night and locked up the AFC South. They're like a strict boss who makes you work on Christmas Eve every year. They make us watch on week 17 every year. And now, because of them sucking on ice last night, we have to be invested on one of my least favorite weeks of the year, NFL playoff scenario week or
week
scenario.
17, baby.
Yeah. Is it scenario or scenario? I've been told I say that wrong.
Ooh.
If you're in Georgia, it's scenario.
Okay. What about if we're in Tennessee?
Same thing.
Okay. All right. I'll just kind of switch back and forth throughout this take. Anyway, let's just call the whole thing off. I know, like I said on this very radio program that the week after week one is my least favorite week of the year because, you always get overreaction guy, just the people that overreact to everything from week one. But also, guys, I live in the moment. So now NFL playoff scenario week is my least favorite. And I'm just going to say it, and this may come as a surprise, but I'm not that smart. In the words of Smash Mouth, I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, okay? Not only was I not my high school's valedictorian, I'm not sure I can even spell valedictorian. My report card looked like a Wheel of Fortune board. Like the only way I got any vowels is if I bought them, which I never did, in case my parents are listening. Let's just say that my IQ is as low as the collective IQ as the Derrick Henry is running soft crowd.
Oh, shut it.
What's up, Don? So naturally, I have a hard time when it comes to NFL playoff scenario week. And I'm sure many people who are smarter than me also struggle with it. Like it's easier to understand the plot of Donnie Darko than the NFL playoff scenarios. Like I bet I could figure out how to set the clock on a VCR before I could figure out NFL playoff scenarios, which to talk about a timely reference. Right now, I think it's easier to figure out why the Titans defense is so bad than to figure out NFL playoff scenarios. So let's run through these real quick. I guess the easiest way to understand is Titans win and they're in. Okay? Win the game and you're AFC South champs for the first time since Flo Rida was a thing. But what if the Titans lose? What if the Titans lose? Well, the Colts will be crowned AFC South champs with a win, or the Titans will still win or the Titans will still win it with a Colts loss. See, even I'm even getting tripped up even on the easiest of scenarios right now.
Yeah, win, lose. That's the easy one scenario.
Exactly. Yeah, it only gets trickier. But if the Titans lose and the Colts win, the Titans can still make the playoffs with a Ravens loss or a Dolphins loss. But it's important to point out that the Colts play the Jags, so they're probably winning. The Ravens play the Bengals, so they're probably winning. And the Dolphins play the Bills, who have already clinched, so they're probably winning. And as for the Dolphins, Ravens, and Browns, they can all clinch with a win. But if any of them lose, that's where it gets complicated, as if it's not already. If the Dolphins lose, they can still get in with a loss from the Ravens, Browns, or Colts. They have the tiebreaker of the Colts and Ravens based on best win percentage in conference games. But the Ravens hold the tiebreaker of the Colts since Baltimore beat Indianapolis early in the season. Are you guys still with me? I'll take that as yes. If the Ravens lose, they can still get in with a loss from the Browns or the Colts. If the Browns lose, they can still get in with a Titans loss and a Ravens win, or a Titans loss and a Colts win, or a Titans loss and a Dolphins win. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if the Titans tie the Texans? Well, I'm glad you hypothetically asked. It's important to have all your bases covered. If the Titans tie and the Colts tie, the Titans are AFC South champs. If the Titans tie and the Colts win, the Titans could still clinch a wild card with the Dolphins or Ravens tying their games or the Browns losing. So if the Titans tie, we need to cheer for a Father's Day weekend result. Just lots of ties. The problem, and Father's Day jokes. The problem is both the Colts and the Titans games have been moved to the later window, so we should know most of the outcomes before they even kick off. And again, the easy thing here is just to remember, just win. Winning solves a lot of problems, and it's the best solution for solving this problem. But you can't think the Texans are just going to roll over. Aren't they playing for draft seeding? Nope. Remember that idiot Bill O'Brien? Yeah, he traded away like every first-round pick they've ever owned. So if they win, it will worsen the draft pick for the Dolphins, who own their first-round pick, which I'm sure they'd like to do. Anyway, thanks for.
That's right. They don't have any picks.
Yeah, exactly. So like, really, they don't have playoff seeding on the line. They probably want to win. There's probably a lot of guys down in Houston playing for jobs next week. So it's important that the Titans go out and win this game. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk, I guess.
Scenario.
Well, it's unfortunate, Austin, that we got to hear J.J. Watt's rant after their last loss. Because I think that's going to call out some guys and make them play inspired as we come into town.
Right. I think like all NFL fans enjoyed hearing that rant because, it's like you want players to say that. But Titans fans are like, why did you have to say that this week, JJ?
Right. Just wait.
Right.
Or maybe like 3 weeks ago would have been ideal.
Yeah, right. Do it before you played the Colts in one of those 2 games that you guys blew on the final play. Like,
thank you. Yeah. You know what? We'll play.
I just think the Titans just need
to
send the Texans some destination spot brochures. You know what I'm saying? Get them thinking about the off season.
Right. Ooh, I like
and
that. Yeah, like some.
It's been a long year. Like
some top golf courses in Florida.
You don't want to have to stay home and rehab or anything like that. No, make some business decisions all day. Here you go. Yep, good call.
Yeah,
all right, Austin.
Brad, when you were playing, what would have been the best way to get you to check out in a Week 17 game that was meaningless?
Ooh, probably bring some Popeyes in on Thursday. You know?
Just fatten you up.
Dang.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
Popeyes for all. Yeah. All right, Austin, thank you so much. You want to check him out at Austin Huff on Twitter, corkedbats.com. Appreciate it, friend. Have a good day.
Hey, thank you guys.
See you, Austin.
Winning your end.